WPKY Coffee Talk is on the air. Morning conversations about things of interest to you. If you'd like to be a guest on Coffee Talk, just email us your information at WPKYonline@gmail.com. We're proud to call Caldwell County home. WPKY.
All right, we are into Coffee Talk. It's a cloudy morning, but it's not raining right now, so no thunderstorms, no rain right now. Hey, I want to remind you, Caldwell County Basketball is having a cookout fundraiser at Food Giant parking lot today. They're going to start serving at 6 o'clock, so they've got pork chop sandwiches, chips, snack, cake, a drink, all for $6. That's the fundraiser for the Caldwell County basketball team. Head on over to Food Giant this morning and, see if you can help them out. All right, so we want to talk about some stuff. Of course, it's Friday, and every Friday we do our Pet of the Week. So we're going to have usually it's Charlie Cotton and Judy Galloway in here with another pet for us to meet that you can adopt from the Caldwell County Animal Shelter. And in conjunction with that, they're always talking about spaying and neutering, how important that is. So we have Dr. Luna from Rogers Vet Clinic in here with us to talk about spaying and neutering. Good morning, Dr. Luna.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you. I appreciate you coming in this morning. Talk to me about, well, first of all, let's talk about spaying and neutering, what you do. And then I kind of want to talk about the process and the importance and just give me whatever information you can on spaying and neutering your pets.
So basically we recommend in general that most dogs and cats are spayed around 6 months of age. And obviously that's a surgical procedure that requires anesthesia. And we're basically removing the reproductive organs. And the main reason we want to do that is to decrease kind of the stray pet population that's out there. Working in Caldwell County as we do, we see lots and lots and lots of stray animals hit by car, things like that. And so those are kind of ultimately the things that we're trying to prevent by spaying and neutering. Obviously, behavioral issues are something that we try to prevent with that as far as inappropriate marking, fighting, aggression, things like that. But that's kind of the procedure in a nutshell why we do it. There's medical reasons, behavioral reasons, pretty simple procedure. Some of the thoughts on spaying and neutering have changed in the past, and even a little bit today. In general, we've told everyone 6 months, which is great for a small-sized dog. But now some of the thought is your larger breeds like Great Danes, Labs, things like that instead of altering them, which is another term we use before they're adults, it may be best to wait on these animals till they're 12, 18 months, maybe even 2 years of age, because we're finding some of these procedures may make them more prone to having types of bone cancers, urinary incontinence, things like that, and that's primarily in your larger breeds. So it's not always black and white, but from a population control perspective, in general, we're telling everybody 6 months. Recovery time is about 2 weeks, and about after 2 weeks, sutures come out, the incision line is pretty stable, and so these guys can kind of return back to normal activity.
See, that's the first I've heard about that, the large breed thing. And I'd actually heard just the opposite. So I have an indoor, well, he was indoor, he's not indoor now, but he does. I don't let my animals roam.
Sure.
So I wasn't concerned about neutering my dog when I first got him. And then I either read or somebody talked to me about why the health benefits of neutering your pet. Mm-hmm.
So as far as males and neutering goes, obviously you take their chances of testicular cancer down to 0, which we do see quite a bit. Does decrease by about probably 50% or so incidence of prostatic disease, infection, cancers as well. And then, of course, with males, usually there's behavioral aggression issues, marking, roaming, fighting, things like that. So those are kind of the benefits to the male. To female dogs and cats, if you have them spayed before they ever have their first heat cycle, their incidence of developing mammary cancer, which is kind of equivalent to breast cancer in humans, is about 0.5%. If you delay that till after their second heat cycle or when they're an adult, it actually jumps up to about 26%. So there's health benefits from that as far as tumor and cancer development in females. And so that's why we like to do it kind of at that age. And those are some of the benefits from a health perspective on spaying and neutering.
So given that, then are you saying that the health risks are greater for the larger breeds that you just indicated?
if you're going to alter them before they are skeletally mature, which in your large, your Great Danes, ideally you want to wait till they're 12, 18, maybe even 2 years of age, because it's been shown when you alter them earlier, their bones actually grow longer, so they grow taller, so they're more prone to, musculoskeletal problems, more likely to blow out a knee, get cruciate disease, and they're more likely to develop tumors of the bone. Not that all of them will, but it increases their incidence of that. And so that would be the downside. But even with that, the benefits of spaying and neutering and altering your pet far outweigh, in my opinion, those small risks that you may get from altering at an early age in large breeds. None of this stuff, in my opinion, really applies to your smaller breeds. You still want to be, altering those guys at 6 months of age, and you're probably not going to have to really worry about those large animal things you would see if you did it later in life.
What kind of costs are associated with spaying and neutering?
So costs vary greatly. A spay and neuter that you would get here in Caldwell County is going to be dramatically cheaper than if you were in Lexington, Nashville, things like that. So at our practice, and I call it a base price because it's always hard to set an exact price. It really depends on the size of the patient, if there are any anesthetic issues under anesthesia, because not everything goes, sometimes we have to give drugs to help with the heart rate. If their heart rate gets too low, supplement with fluids. There's lots of kind of unpredictable costs, but the base price is usually about $115 to $125, which I know that's a lot of money, but when you're looking at it from the outside, kind of where we're at in the community, where we're at with bigger cities, it's very, very economical.
What assistance is available for that to help us with spay neutering costs?
I know through some of the shelters, they do provide vouchers. We do receive, at least from Christian County Shelter, for example, we do honor, I guess they have a $50 voucher program that once they get adopted, the new owners can bring to us, and we'll honor that, which will take $50 off of their total price of that. And there are other things that we can, do on a case-by-case basis, but obviously we're definitely huge proponents of that.
Mm-hmm. All right. What else do you want to talk about spaying and neutering?
Those are probably the highlights as far as spay neutering goes. I will say your neutering is obviously much cheaper than your spays because we're not having to open the abdomen. It's a much more faster, economical procedure. So usually those are $100 or less. I think that's really it that I've got. I mean, obviously I want to express the importance of having it done. So we're, keeping control of the pet population. We're decreasing the incidence of disease. There's I won't say lots of, but there's several diseases that dogs and cats can spread to humans. And so if you've got lots and lots of stray animals, you always worry about rabies. Not that we see a lot of that around here, but it's a concern. GI parasites, roundworms, hookworms, those are things that humans can get, leptospirosis. And so the more we can keep control of our pet population, that helps the human health population as well. So there's lots and lots of benefits to it.
Right. I will say, I'm pretty good about staying on top of spaying and neutering my animals, especially the ones that I'm not going to keep contained. But I dropped the ball on a cat one time. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if she was 6 months old, but I was like, kept saying, I need to get her appointment. I need to get her well. By the time I was ready to get the appointment, guess what? Nope, couldn't do that. And she actually, so she had her litter, but her very first litter ever, and she was under a year old. Mm-hmm. She had 6 kittens, 5 of which were males, by the way. Now, the purpose of telling that story is I ended up, she got like really lethargic, after maybe 2 days, and wouldn't even respond to a can of tuna. So I knew something was wrong. It's like, she's going to have to go to the vet. So we hauled her and all the kittens to the vet. Turns out she had kittens still left in her. Uh-huh. So, and the vet said, 1 for sure, maybe at least 2 in there. And which shocked me, first of all, because she'd already delivered 6. Mm-hmm. But so they ended up doing an emergency spay right then.
Right, yeah.
So went ahead and have to.
Yeah, and the other thing, and I should have mentioned this earlier and it didn't come to mind, is another reason to, spay females, especially as they get older. They can develop a condition. It's called pyometra, which is basically a severe uterine infection, basically where the uterus fills with pus, essentially, kind of to put it grossly. And that's obviously a life-threatening condition, and we see several dozens of cases of that every year. Females getting 5, 6, 7, 8 years old. They're going through heat cycles, every year, and over time it predisposes them to those infections. And so, and the only way you can really treat that is by having them spayed. And of course, it's more of a risk when they're, severely sick, when they're older. So it's much, much better to do that when they're younger. Absolutely.
All right. So, Dr. Luna, we were talking before about, before we went on the air, about some changes going on at your vet clinic. What is happening over there? Lots of things going on.
Yeah, lots of stuff. Positive change going on, I think. Purchased Dr. Rogers' clinic back in March. Dr. Rogers has been a staple in the community, I think, since about 1984. So I do want to emphasize that Dr. Rogers is not retiring. We're basically kind of switching roles, where he works for me now, and he still plans to work for several years to come. And then also about 3 weeks ago, I purchased Dr. Black's Princeton Veterinary Clinic here in Princeton as well. He and Miss Darlene have retired. And basically my plan is, over the course, hopefully by the end of the year, we're doing a light remodel on Dr. Black's building over here at Princeton Veterinary. And then we intend to move our facility at Rogers over there. And at that point, it'll officially be Luna Veterinary Services.
Mm. And how long do you think that's going to take? Do you have an estimated?
Ideally, I'd want to be in by November, but I really hope sooner than that. Like I said, we're going to kind of remodel the floors, the walls, just update a little bit. Nothing too intense, too invasive. But of course, that stuff takes time, and we still have to serve the community. Obviously, we're very busy, so trying to do that in between, on your time off and see an appointment. So, but the goal would hopefully be by the end of the year for sure.
And how are you doing, like when you move to that and you get a little bit bigger? Are you going to need some more staff?
So to kind of alleviate some of the wait times that we're having in the waiting room, we did hire an additional veterinarian. Her name is Dr. Catherine Williams. She and her husband moved here a couple of months ago from Kansas City. Her husband is actually from Princeton, graduated high school here, from my understanding. But she is working for us in a part-time capacity to kind of help handle the load. And eventually, when we get to the larger facility by the end of the year, we'll probably be hiring lots of staff. I hope so. We currently have about 10 employees, and I hope sooner rather than later that's at 20 employees, which will be good for us, good for the community. But we want to be able to provide exceptional veterinary service for everybody, and part of being able to do that is having to grow. And that's what we're doing. We're grateful for that, and we're grateful to the Caldwell County community. And I certainly hope that me and my practice are here for 30 or 40 years to come, just like Dr. Rogers and Dr. Black have been.
All right, Dr. Luna, I appreciate your time. I appreciate you talking to us about spaying and neutering. And we're, like I said, this is Friday, so we're going to have a pet out here. We're going to have a pup out here. I can't wait to meet him. They never tell me ahead of time who's coming. And I swear they brought me a puppy one time, and I could not do my job anymore. I'm like, nope.
Puppies are a distraction.
I am not that strong. I am not made of stone. Well, you bring me the puppy, and I'm done.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
All right. Appreciate it, Dr. Luna. Hey, so today is the first Friday of the month. That means it is Fredonia First Friday, and there is a lot going on down in the valley tonight. We're going to talk to Mayor Jim Seibert in just a few minutes.
Here's your WPKY Weather Edge Weather Center forecast.
The chance of showers and thunderstorms for today is pretty slight, limited to mostly in the morning, with a high today of 75 and cloudy skies throughout the day. 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms overnight, with an overnight low around 61. Tomorrow, though, there is a 100% chance of showers and thunderstorms, high of 70 tomorrow. A chance of showers and thunderstorms stays in the forecast overnight, with an overnight low around 53 on Saturday. Sunday's going to get pretty, though, mostly sunny and a high of 72. Mostly clear for Sunday night, with an overnight low around 52. Sunny skies again for Monday and a high of 79. Again for today, showers limited to mostly this morning, cloudy skies, and a high of 75.
Here's to making your morning routine a little better with a delicious breakfast from McDonald's.
Spring is in the air, and farmers are busy preparing their fields for the planting season. Fredonia Valley Bank would like our area farmers to know we are here, as we have been for the past 125 years, ready to meet the needs of our agricultural community. Experience and commitment are what Fredonia Valley Bank is all about. Gaining the trust of our customers and being loyal to our customers has always been first priority with our bank. Come by and see us today. 602 Cassidy Avenue, Fredonia, or 226 Commerce Street, Eddyville. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
All right, we are back with Coffee Talk, and we have Fredonia Mayor Jim Seibert in here with us to talk about this big event coming up tonight and some other things coming up the rest of the month. But really, we want to focus on what's coming up tonight. Good morning, Jim.
Good morning. Good morning.
Thanks for coming in. So talk to me. It's here.
It's here. We've been planning this for 3 months now. It's the first concert in the park with riding shotgun and what's
Jacob.
Thank
Woo,
you.
you are not ready.
I
are
am
you?
not ready.
Hold on. Let me get. I didn't know I had to do this for you. So let me get my paper here,
I've
Jim.
been working 12, 14-hour days, and
I feel you. It fries you, doesn't it? Okay, so I see you have Jacob Johnson. That's going to be the opener tonight for your entertainment.
yes.
He's going to start off at 6 p.m.
Yes, followed by riding shotgun.
That's what my paper says.
There we go.
So tell me about this thing coming up. I mean, we got a concert, but there's more than that.
Oh,
to it.
yes. I believe we have up to 50 vendors. I was just going over yes, it's more shopping than you would do at Pigeon Forge. So
what time does the vendors set up?
the vendors, we ask them to be there at 3:30. We know they can't because some work and won't get off work till 5. So, between 3:30 and 6, they'll be setting up. And, set up. I know my wife's already talked about it's going to cost me a lot of money when she hits those vendors. Then my kids, too. I saw an origami vendor, and I know they'll hit that pretty hard. So just going to be a fun shopping event. Classic cars will be parked. And I was supposed to have had a map online, and my job killed that from work.
You were supposed to, but that didn't happen, huh?
No, I don't have time to sit down to do it. But classic car parking will be in the T-ball field along the fence. Then on the other side of the fence, we're going to have the vendors, and we'll have parking signs set up to show where the classic cars can come in and park, and signs for the vendors to park so they can park close and won't have to carry stuff far. And other than that, we have a concert and lots of food.
Lots of food. Okay, what kind of food's going to be there?
Ribeye sandwiches. We'll have cheeseburgers, and of course my favorite, smoked bologna. I like bologna.
Yeah, I'm not a bologna fan, but okay, smoked bologna. What's that about?
It's a bologna sandwich. It's pretty much been smoked and grilled.
Okay,
it's delicious.
See,
It's
I just can't get on
delicious.
I just cannot get on board with bologna. I'm sorry. It's just bologna and hot dogs are not my thing.
Oh.
But that's all right. If it's your thing, you go on with that.
Oh.
It's just not my thing. I would go more for the pork chop sandwich.
Ribeye.
Oh, ribeye. Oh, you said
Ribeye.
ribeye. That's all right. Pork chops are at Food Giant today for the basketball team.
But pork chops taste good.
Uh-huh.
If I could just quote a line from a movie.
Okay. What movie was that? I don't even know that movie.
Pulp Fiction.
Well, I don't know if I saw that or not. That was Keanu Reeves, right?
No.
No? Okay. Well, anyway, we're getting off topic. So I want to talk about the Buddy Rogers, the concert on the field. So you've got vendors. What kind of vendors are going to be there? You said you're going to spend a lot of money.
Yes. I have them pulled up here. Wow. It'd probably be easier to go on the What's Happening Facebook page and see them. Okay. Tally Marked by Tally Joyce will be there. If I pronounce anybody's name wrong, forgive me. I'm terrible with names. So, Marcia Burkeen Creations by Marcia Burkeen. Silver Lining Accessories by Kelsey Braden. Windmill Antiques. Okay, RUIE, all capitals, Rue.
Okay.
Rui. Creative Boutique by Letitia Belt. Metal Junk. Now, that sounds like something I would get into there. Because pretty much everything around my shop is made out of metal and junk right now. Metal Junk Art by Donnie Sherrill. Paparazzi Jewelry by Crystal Falk. Cincy with Elisa Walkins.
Cincy is correct, yes.
Okay, thank you.
It's a...
Isn't that a thermostat?
No.
Cincy thermostat?
No, it's an air freshener.
Oh.
Or aromatherapy thing.
Scent C.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think they're like wax, and you melt them, and it puts smell in the air.
So you need to buy some tonight, is what you're telling me.
I can't handle it.
Yes.
I can't handle smells. But anyway, go ahead.
I smell pretty bad right now. Lime Life by Alcone with Ray Ann Cox. Gypsies in the Wind. Sounds like a band.
Gypsies in the Wind.
Gypsies in the Wind by Jesse Stallings. Color Street Nails. I guarantee you my kids will be there. By Andrea Barnes. Elevate. Sorry.
Elevate. You
Hey,
need some sleep, Jim.
I'm like Ron Burgundy right now.
You lost me on that one.
You don't know who Ron Burgundy is
I don't know
either.
Ron Burgundy.
Really? He's got a podcast out now.
Okay. I'll have to Google Ron Burgundy, I guess.
B&K Woodcraft Designs by Bruce and Carla Blackburn. That sounds pretty cool. My phone's blowing up. House or Surprises, and that Surprises spelled with a Z. So,
Okay.
by Tanya Hardesty. Dusty's Creations. I can do that one pretty quick by Dusty Baker. I like that one. That's an easy one. You know, we're not even halfway through with this list. How long do I have?
That's okay. So the point is there's a lot of stuff, a lot of variety. That's what I was getting at.
Oh, okay.
Is what type of stuff is going to be there? What type of vendors are setting up and?
Oh yeah, it looks like floral. I see some jewelry, lots of ice cream. Breezy Hill and Copper Top's going to have their ice cream going. The CP Church is having a bake sale going on, and those things get me because it's like a cakewalk. You see a cake, you want it. Next thing you know, I've spent $20 because I want that cake. I could have gone out and bought the mix for $5 and done it.
But could you have made it as good?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm going to some of these older ladies. They can cook now. They can cook. I've been in Fredonia running a service call and got suckered into a lunch. And you need a nap after that lunch. Unity Baptist Church is doing funnel cakes.
Ooh.
Who does not like funnel cakes?
Right. Some people don't. They're crazy people.
Well, botanicals out of Marion, more floral.
Mm-hmm.
West Market, that's all it says here.
Okay.
That sounds good. Fizzy bath bombs. Mm-hmm. Yeah, my kids love those.
I was going to say more stuff for the daughters, right?
Yeah, I like them too.
Okay, then. Now we get the truth. Yeah. Now we get the truth.
I blame my kids, but I steal their fizzy bath bombs. Face painting, so I'll do that. I'm planning on going with something from Scotland, blue streaks.
Okay.
Or something like Prince's movie. You know, when they had the 80s streaks around the eyes.
I didn't watch the movie. I can't. All right, go on, Jim.
Okay, well, Health First Community Center. We have a lemonade stand going to set up. The Peachy Teak by Brittany. That sounds pretty cool. EM Arts, Family Crafts. I should not have made the Ron Burgundy remark. I am now getting hit for that.
Okay.
Other than that, sorry. We have a Little League and T-ball sign-ups, and we're going to be raffling off. If you sign up, you get a raffle ticket. We have 2 Fredonia Park Little League tote coolers. You can put your towels, stuff in the tops, got a bottom part for ice and your drinks. So, sign up, buy a little raffle ticket. You got something to carry to the T-ball games and practices.
All right, so that's all tonight now, and that's a big deal.
Oh,
this has been.
I tell you, they've worked hard. Bailey and Michelle and a lot of others. There's the phone blowing up, and the park looks great. We cleaned it last weekend. We didn't get the painting done because it rains every weekend.
Right.
And we don't know. Right now, the weather is looking great for tonight. Tomorrow, it looks like a lot of rain, so we'll make a call on the tournament. You just watch the Fredonia Facebook page, what's happening in Fredonia. And I'm sure Michelle and Bailey have everybody's number to call who are signed up for the tournament. But as far as the weather, this is supposed to blow through. The rain's supposed to start late tonight, early in the morning. So, yeah, cool day. I set out last night when I got home from work. Not a single mosquito got me, so I was happy about that.
That's good.
So
I'm thinking about if I can go home. I don't have another job to do today. So if I can go home and get a nap, I'm thinking about coming back to the valley tonight.
Hey, there you go.
If I can play a little bit. All right, now what else is going on in Fredonia? I know we've got this today. I know that's our big thing for right now. But
well, I have to admit I've been away from Fredonia working so much I'm not knowledgeable. We do have the community dinner coming up last night, and I missed it because I didn't get home till late. The Historical Club, Historical Fredonia Society, they had a shindig going on, a dramatization. I hope I got that out right. But I missed it. I wanted to go to it. Other than that, our fire department is meeting on the first Monday, followed by our American Legion, and I'm planning on hitting both those places. And that reminds me, I just want to say that the proceeds from this event, they do not go to the city. This all goes toward the park. The park is run by the American Legion. We just have a great group of volunteers that are coming together to get money for our park. Our funding for the park was cut 50% in the last 4 years. And I don't know any other thing in the county that has taken such a hit and never come back up. And it's just fascinating. This is going to happen all over the county. The way the fiscal situation is with the pension, I want to tell you right now, if you've been living off the fiscal government, you better get ready. You're going to take a hit. And while we were mad that we took this hit for the last 4 years, it has probably better prepared us for becoming self-sufficient, which is what we're going to have to do. Stop asking and begging, start doing something. Mm-hmm. And yeah, when you start doing something, having to do fundraisers and events stuff, it takes a lot of work. Well, you're going to have to work if you want nice stuff. If you want your park looking nice, if you want stuff fixed, you're going to have to work because we're coming on a different time in government. Oh, something just went staticky. Was that me?
No, it happens.
Oh, okay.
No, it happens. I think it depends on where I stand, but I can't figure out where I can and can't stand because
you should wear aluminum foil over your
right. head. So you said the funds for this are going to fix. Tell me again, what exactly they're going to be used for?
They go directly to the park. Now, we're looking at lights. That might be me. We're getting 2 reports on their lights. One person said they're 8 years old, and one says they're 11 years old. The lights on the T-ball field are not working. So we're going toward the lights if we can. If we find out these lights aren't as old as we've been told, and we were told that one more breakdown on the lights that have to be replaced. We're still looking into that. Who said that and what? That's the meeting Monday night with the American Legion to get facts and such down.
Okay. I don't think you mentioned a meeting.
Oh, American Legion has a meeting in Fredonia, and they control the park, and I'm meeting with them. We've redone all the appliances in the concession stand with the money we made from the previous softball tournament. So out with the old, in with the new.
All right.
So that's great. And, of course, paint and such. But like I said, it rained last Saturday. We didn't get the paint done.
Gotcha. All right. One more thing. You mentioned the community meal. So let's talk about the date and time for that this month. Okay, so I will mention the date and time for the community meal.
Thank you. I don't get home till 8:30, 9 o'clock at night right now with my work. But
gotcha. Okay.
I think it's the 20.
It is the 25th.
I was going to say 25th.
It is the 25th, and this month's meal is a breakfast actually. So it's from 8 to 10 in the morning.
Oh.
On the 25th.
Oh.
What?
I like breakfast anytime, but in the morning, you saw how my phone was blowing up right then.
But you can't have breakfast from 8 to 10 in the morning. Is that what you're saying?
No, I would like it, but I will be taking care of the blown up phone situation.
Gotcha. Well, the 25th, that might be on a Saturday, so maybe you'll be a little freer. Yeah, it's on a Saturday, so I don't know. Do you not take Saturdays off?
No, if they call, I go.
I gotcha. Okay. Well, for those of us who can go to the breakfast, it's from 8 to 10 Saturday, whatever month this is, May the 25th. Almost said March. I've gone back a couple months.
Welcome to my life. I missed a day this week. I told the guy, I said, I'll order your part. It should be in Thursday. Today's Wednesday. I missed a day this week. I have time slipped.
It was wishful thinking,
Yeah,
right? To get us to the weekend. All right, Jim, I appreciate you coming in. Anything else you want to tell us about Fredonia?
Can I do a Ron Burgundy?
I don't know what that is, but go for it.
Hello, San Diego. Thank you.
All righty then. That would be Jim Seibert, Fredonia Mayor.
Wait a minute. Wait. Oh, nothing. It's good.
Okay, we're good. I see our next guest is waiting for us out there. We are going to meet.
It's been a pleasure working with you.
Oh,
over
thank
the past
you. You
couple
too.
of
I
months.
know
You made me jump in a cold lake. You know that.
I do. And I'm still going to try to do that next year, I think.
And I had to go to work afterwards, if you recall. See, I do work on weekends.
Yeah, I do remember that now. I do remember you saying you were on your way to a job. So, yeah. It's been great to work with you too, Jim.
Okay.
I've enjoyed it. Jim Seibert, Fredonia Mayor. So it is Friday. That means our pet of the week is here and waiting for us. I can't wait to meet this week's pet of the week. So we'll be right back with Charlie Cotton and Judy Galloway and our unknown guest for right now.
Here's your WPKY Weather Edge Weather Center forecast.
The chance of showers and thunderstorms for today is pretty slight, limited to mostly in the morning, with a high today of 75 and cloudy skies throughout the day. 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms over